Are we on? Live stream.
And good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. I think this was the closest that I've come to not being ready. We were here doing a little quick Facebook Live, and our wonderful mock producer that usually gives us a heads up said, the music's playing, oh my God. So trying to plug in the headphones.
Clearly he's in producing today. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but
so
not producing.
But we're here, and good afternoon to everybody. It's Wednesday, 5 o'clock. We're back. We just, as we do like a little Facebook Live, just to say to everybody and just to start in. And Elix is going to get this live streamed. Mock looks very intense on the live stream. I'm not sure if it's even up. Is it up? Yeah, it is. Mock says yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, we're here.
And so thank you, for Elix, for doing that. And make sure it's the Stephen the Medium, too, page.
See how bossy he is?
I'm just saying.
He's like, like last minute and do this, do that. This is how he's at home, too.
Listen, can I just bring something up really quickly that we all do? Well, most of us do. I shouldn't say all do, but most of us do. So what did I do today? I was just saying on Facebook Live, I was cleaning the house. And, my best friend, Paul, who you probably have heard many times that I talk about him, he is very anal. His house is like it is built brand new. Each day you walk in, it's always spotless. And when I was telling him, I don't know, we were talking about cleaning the house. I said something about cleaning the house, and he said, yeah, it's therapeutic. And I can't tell you, I can't go that far that it's therapeutic. I just want it done. But, oh, my God.
For me, it's very therapeutic to call somebody to come clean our house.
But for some reason, I keep firing them. I don't know.
Not only do you fire them, now with COVID, he doesn't want anyone in the house.
Well, I think a lot of people would agree. I mean, Elix's, health is, he's got an underlying condition with Wegener's that we've talked about, vasculitis. So that is a safe spot. And I think a lot of people are still keeping their houses as a safe spot. And I don't think that's a bad thing. We can still get out and get to see people. And, unless, it's people that are very close to you and but since COVID started, we've had nobody in our house. We have, of course, Elix's mom with us, but we don't have anybody. There's been no strangers in the house at all. And I mean strangers like anybody except us that live there. So, but I have some really good news, and I should have brought them because it made me very happy. Elix, as I'm washing the hardwood floors, comes in with the box and says, "This is for you." And I'm like, UPS or from Amazon is for me. I don't remember ordering anything, but that quite frequently happens that I open the box and you know what I got?
Well, I know what you got. I mean, I was there.
Well, I'm just waiting I'm just waiting. I'm just like, Stephen, tell us what did you get?
Stephen, tell us what you got.
Thank you, Mom.
Well, thank
you, number one producer.
Let's just begin with it's a toy.
It's not. I don't know if I class it as a class. No, I don't know if I would put it in a class of a toy. Well, I guess.
It is a toy, Steven.
It is, and the next Facebook Live I'm going to show them. I got to be very careful not to sing the song because then they'll delete my Facebook Live, but it is the Golden Girls bobbleheads. They are the cutest things you've ever seen. I should have taken them in. I really should have, and they look... Two of them, like Dorothy and Sophia, look exactly like Dorothy and Sophia. Blanche and Rose, yeah, they're close, but Dorothy and Sophia are even better. So if you are anybody out there that's fans of Golden Girls, I saw this. It must have been on Facebook or somewhere, or maybe in an advertisement that they were coming out, and I pre-ordered them. But when you pre-order things, it's months and months before, and we haven't. Am I here in spirit, or are we having issues?
No
it's
issues.
It's Coach Elix, right?
Yeah. It's Coach Elix managing your lateness. Just saying.
My what?
Lateness.
My lateness.
Yeah, we were late, and
I was late. I was here.
Okay.
I was welcoming everybody with a big smile. I even showed on Facebook Live my new shirt. Right? I mean, I'm good. I'm very good. So
And my new co-host starting Friday will be Mark Clark.
In case you're wondering, I was trying to get your live stream up and get the titles in.
That's very
and
nice.
Make it look good. That's why we got off to a little bit of a late start here.
well, again, I was here. I was on time. The music stopped, and I said, good afternoon. Welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium. So I'm just saying, well, we're all up now. We're all good, right? So
We're good to go.
That's
you
all that
look
matters.
pretty, everything.
It's good, right, Mark? And
Everything-
If he looks pretty, the world is pretty.
see what I have to deal with. But can I just please end, because it's like I feel like I was just pulled away from my beautiful story of the Golden Girls bobbleheads, and they are just adorable. I don't know where I'm putting them. I have no idea. So many of the stuff that I have is just put downstairs, and it's not shown because it gets to a point like, where am I going to put bobbleheads? But I have them. That's the most important thing. I know I have the Golden Girls bobbleheads. I also have Golden Girls Bobby dolls also down in the basement. I should stop talking because the more I talk, the more I sound like a nut, right?
Well, you sound like you.
Which is a
Steven.
nut.
That's what you. It's like they're getting the essence of you, which is there's nothing wrong with that. This is what I live with 24/7.
But really what this is, honestly, and it's applicable to every single person, that really every person should have this. We all have our gifts, right? Every single one of us have our gifts, and we all have a muse. We have something that lifts our energy, whether some people playing an instrument, some people playing or listening to music, some people exercising. We all got it. And, music is really my number one muse, but right under that is getting something like and seeing those Golden Girl bobbleheads, because I love Golden Girls, is really a muse for me. It brings my spirit, my energy up. And listen, anything that's going to bring my energy up and spirit, I'm good with. And if it makes me feel good, things like watching old movies, on a Sunday afternoon, a rainy Sunday afternoon, even though it doesn't rain here anymore. But if it did, on a Sunday rainy afternoon, just putting in, a number of Brady Bunch DVD episodes makes me very happy. Watching old movies. I love Haley Mill movies. There's a lot of stuff. And each one of us has that. And whatever's going to bring up our energy, especially right now with COVID, is what we got to do, right?
Right?
Right, Mark? Right. So,
You don't have any complaints for me.
Time-wise, am I good? Are we breaking?
Well, before...
Would you like to take a break right now?
Yeah, I'd like to take a nap right now, but I'm very excited about
If you
giving
would like,
calls, taking calls, and,
If you would like to take a break right now, we will take a break.
Well, I think...
No.
Say, talk.
What?
Were you going to promote?
Well, yeah, a little. Hello. I just want to take a little bit.
Go ahead,
of
take
time
up my host show.
About
Go ahead.
me.
Go ahead.
Just a little shameless promotion that don't forget, Friday at 1:00, Get a Grip with Coach Elix.
Right.
We premiere this Friday, August 21st. We're super excited, and Get a Grip is really all about getting a grip on life, or getting a grip on whatever it is that it's important for you, and you're going to get all kinds of skills and tips and stories and anything that you need to make massive movement towards achieving your goals. So I think for any of you who are stuck or who are in a place where you want to do better, but you don't know quite how to get there, tune in Fridays at 1, and I think you're going to get a whole lot of value from that 1 hour with us.
More than just a whole lot of value. I've seen Elix's clients, and I've seen
The producer.
Now he's like break.
A
But
producer.
clearly, I've seen Elix's transformation, what he does with people at all different levels. Whether you're executives, whether you're an entrepreneur, it's amazing. So, yeah, and it's free. It's free. You can call in, ask Elix, get advice. It's completely free, just like this show. So when I come back, I'm going to start taking calls, 508-222-1320, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. You know what? Before I go to the first caller, on my Facebook and I think on Instagram, I usually, when I promote today's show in the morning, I put a little picture of someone like very nervous in a little box and kind of peeking his head out. And I just wanted to reiterate what I put, which is the truth. Spirit tells me this all the time, is that every single one of us is born with a gift. Every one of us has a gift, and it's really our job to figure out what the gift is. And the gift is always in line with what we're passionate about, our paths that we're following. And, I bring that up because there's times that I will read somebody and somebody in spirit will tell me that they never opened their gift, that they were on some sort of tunnel vision. It's happened a lot. I was just going to say, it's not only a couple of times, it's happened a lot. And that's why Spirit wants to come through and say, in a fleeting moment, this is done and we should enjoy this here. But always, always remember that every single one of us has a gift. We just got to figure out what it is. And when you find it and you know what you're good at, is really, whether it's a hobby, whether it's your number one profession, you've got to focus on that, and that's going to bring you so much joy. So let's go to the first caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Carmen. How are you?
This is Carmen?
Yes.
Carmen, it's nice to talk to you, and you're my first caller of the day. So
Oh goodness, it's my first time with you.
Oh,
Stephen.
good. I'm glad. I'm very
so
glad.
excited.
Okay, so let's. There's you got a lot here going on, Carmen. So, Carmen, where's the dad figure come flying through here? A dad figure. Is your dad crossed or here?
My dad is here.
So, is there a father-in-law crossed?
A father-in-law crossed. Well, my ex-father-in-law.
Why did I know that? Even though it's an ex, Carmen, they never tell me exes. I didn't ask a grandfather because he was very adamant that he was the father level. So just know that your father-in-law is stepping forward, even though you're not married to his son anymore, and just wants to let you know that he's with you all the time. There's also a mother figure. So is this your mother? Or is this a mother-in-law?
Mother-in-law. I met my mother-in-law. She passed about maybe 3 to 4 years ago, my ex-mother-in-law. But I never got to meet my father-in-law.
Wow.
Because he passed away when my ex-husband was 4 years old.
Wow. I love this, Carmen, though, that the first two people coming in are your in-laws. And even though, again, you don't have that relationship as a married person anymore, they want to step forward. I'll tell you something. Your father-in-law just said he knows everything about you, even though you never met him, and even though it's been a long time. But your mother-in-law just keeps giving a lot of admiration to you and just wants to let you know that she just said to me, Stephen, Carmen is such a loving person. Carmen, you've got to watch out for doing too much and not putting yourself first. Your mother-in-law just said to me. So just make sure you keep that, because she just said Carmen will do anything for anybody, but sometimes then at the end of the day, Carmen will be tired, and it's because she's not saying no. And maybe this was now, maybe this was in your past. It's just a way that she's giving it. Your mother-in-law is giving it to me. Who's the big drinker, Carmen?
The big drinker is actually the only big drinker that I really know is my partner that passed away 2 years ago. It's his dad that's still present. He's an alcoholic.
Wow. So know that. So she and you said she's passed.
Well, my partner passed 2 years ago of 11 years old. We were together for 11 years, for 11 years, and he passed 2 years ago suddenly, and his dad is still present.
Wow.
And he's the alcoholic.
Wow, Carmen. Wow. So your in-laws start, and then your partner that passed 2 years ago is also stepping forward too, to let you know that he's here. I just said to him, he's got a beautiful sense of humor, because I said to him, and I can feel if they have good sense of humor because I'll play with them, and just said, you could have picked anything besides the drinking. And he started laughing and said, but that's how she'd know. That's how she'd know. That's just another sign of what your mother-in-law just said to me about. He says that and reiterates the same thing. Who's Ann? Anthony? Who's the A connection?
It's actually Antonio. It was my boyfriend of 11 years.
Wow.
2 years ago.
I heard the AN name. So no, it's just, Carmen, it's just a way to let you know that it's him. He's here. What is he talking about? Carmen, is there anybody connected to you that's he makes me feel like they're not close. Like, do you have family that lives somewhere else? Or did he?
I have my parents here, but we're not close.
This is geographical. It's geographic.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I have family. Everywhere. To be honest with you, especially in Portugal, I still have a lot of family there. In Canada.
That's got to be what it is, because it just made me feel like it's very far away. It's not close, and it's a way that, because there's a grandfather and a grandmother stepping forward, but it's just a way to let you know that they want to give that as a I don't know what the flag is. Usually when I see a flag, it's military, but this isn't a military flag. Do you have like a flag hanging somewhere? or does somebody connected to you have like a Portugal flag or a flag, some kind of flag?
Well, yeah. My partner that passed, his mom has a Portuguese flag and an American flag outside
Wow, wow. So
in
it's
their
just
backyard. Yeah, and him and the mom were very close, and he
Wow.
passed like suddenly and left us without even knowing what happened. He had a massive heart attack, and we just got the call that he had passed early in the morning. And the reason I've been trying to get in touch with you, Stephen, it's because even though we're together for 11 years,
right.
he, he never legally divorced his ex-wife. She was living with somebody else. And I feel like, he had, we didn't talk about anything. It was like so sudden, so sad that I was left without nothing at all, not even like a word from him. And, everything was taken away from me because, of the way he passed and he was not legally divorced. And, I
was going to say not to interrupt, but he's telling me to interrupt because he just said to me, can you please tell my Carmen that that's the complete opposite. The one thing that he just said to me is that he takes responsibility for his health, and he keeps telling me that he knew things were not right, but wasn't doing anything about it. So he wants to take responsibility, but he just said to me, Carmen, that don't ever feel or say that because what you were left with was how much. I mean, this man loved you or loves you. And what you were left with is, he just said to me, Carmen, which is very interesting, can you just please tell her that I gave her as much as I could? He feels like, he makes me feel, Carmen, that he also never sort of grew up. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like just not having a lot of responsibilities or owning the responsibilities. He's such a warm-hearted and a great person, but it just feels like he never grew up. I don't know how else to say it, but just you got to know, Carmen, how much he loves you and still loves you, and how he's always with you. And I'll tell you something. He also just said to me that anything that he didn't say was to protect you. So I don't know what that means. Hopefully you'll understand it, but it's just his intentions always came from a beautiful place, but maybe not always the right intentions, if you will.
okay. Yeah, I got it.
So that's what this is really all about, and just how much he loves you. And lastly, he just said to me that there's a birthday or an anniversary. There's something right close.
Well, his anniversary was on the 17th. It was Monday that he passed. It was his anniversary.
Wow. So he just wants to give that as me. He just said to me, I just want to make sure she knows it's me. It's me. So that's what it's all about. So, but I'm going to leave you with that comment, and thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Alrighty.
So
Lots
much.
of love. Bye-bye.
All right.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Through the Static, and let me just go to the phones. Hi, this is Steven.
Hi, Steven.
Who's this?
It's Ashley.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm okay, I guess. Thanks for making my friend cry.
What was that?
I said, thanks for making my friend cry.
Well, was Carmen your friend?
Absolutely.
Oh wow! Oh, I didn't. Of course, I hope it's good tears. It's not bad tears.
It is just great tears. Great.
Ashley, let me ask you something. Even before I knew who the next caller was, I kept hearing David, Don, Deb. Who's the D connected to you?
David, some guy David just did my driveway.
What? Yeah, Ashley, this is so wild, and you say that laughing, and actually it's what spirit does. So the guy David that just did your driveway, it's just a way that your loved ones are letting you know that they know that you just did your driveway and who did your driveway. So it's a grandmother. It's a very strong. One of your grandmothers is passed, right? Is crossed.
It's crossed, correct.
Yeah, that's who. But is her husband? Is your grandfather her husband crossed also? There's a grandfather.
He has.
So just know that both of them are stepping forward, and your grandfather just said you got a good price on the driveway. Was it free?
I did know it wasn't free, but I got a great deal on it.
He's so proud of you. Honestly, I almost felt like thought you were going to say like it was free. Ashley, what's to do with the electricity or the electrician?
My father just redid my whole house.
But with the electricity?
Oh yeah, put in the lighting. He did everything. I redid my whole house. The wall came down, Stephen, plus more.
Wow, Ashley, I can't believe how wild this is. That it's just a beautiful way that your grandparents are letting you know that they're watching. Just like Carmen that I spoke to. Ashley, where does your birthday or anniversary come in? Why do I get something really close to you?
Birthday, anniversary. There's
something very, very close. 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward to you, or a celebration. There's something very. Your grandmother just said that she wants to validate it, and it also could be like an anniversary of death. But let me tell you something, Ashley. Just make sure you keep that because that will come. But your grandmother just said to me, there's somebody around that's very, very negative.
Very negative.
Very, very negative. Your grandmother just pulled me to, which I don't usually get a lot, but your grandmother just pulled me to like the psychic piece, which is what's going on in your life. And there's somebody who, you know what? And let me reframe it. It's not the way I said it. It's not toxic. Is that there's someone in your circle that's having some kind of issue. I don't know if this is with a relationship or with their family. All I know is that there's a lot of chaos going on. Yeah. And I don't know if you know what this is.
Nah, not really.
So
I don't know.
Just make sure you keep it with you. And it also could be like a friend of yours that in their family, there's just a lot of stuff going on. Your grandmother pulled me into the mindset or the person, and I had to pull out, Ashley, because it was too much. It was just way too much. Something's going on. I think it's just your grandmother just making sure that that she's taking care of you, she's watching you, and grandfather also protecting you. There's also something in the ground. There's something, yeah. Like I don't know if this is moles, if this is bees. There's something your grandfather just. Did you have, or did somebody connect to you have something in the ground that was causing something? Like moles, like groundhogs. I don't know if this is current or it could be past. So just make sure if it doesn't come, you just keep it with you because if they're bringing it up, there's a reason for it.
Well, I think I have mice that my cat keeps getting at.
Well, mice are pretty much like outside anyway. I don't feel like it's mice. I feel like there's something that is very obvious that something is digging up, like that you see holes in the ground. That's what I keep feeling. But it doesn't have to be you, Ashley. It could be a sibling. It could be, like your mom and dad's house, or like back a number of years ago. This is always just about giving you validations about letting you know that they're with you. So make sure you keep it with you. I don't know if it's current, and it's never future. So it's never like, I don't want you to think something's going to happen at your place and something's going to cause issues with the lawn. But there is something there. So, and just make sure your grandmother just said, can you please tell my granddaughter to talk to me?
Okay.
Because she said you don't. Like, you don't. Yeah, I don't even get a hi, Grandma. I get nothing.
Okay.
Ashley's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just even in the morning, if it's, seriously, Ashley, if it's hi, Grandma, or Nana, or Nani, whatever you called her, just to say hi, even if it's once a week, it does so much for them. So just keep that with you, okay?
All right.
All right, listen. Thank you. Lots of love, Ashley.
Lots of love.
All right, bye-bye. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, Stephen. It's Nellie.
Hi, Nellie. How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
I love wonderful Nellie. I'm good too. Let's see what's going on. Did Nellie? Did you have? And I don't know if it's a question for me or is there something that? Well, like as soon as I tune into you and your loved ones, I just keep feeling like you're thinking of something or a decision, or something's around you. There's nothing that you've been. I don't know if this is like profession wise. I don't know what this is. But there's something that has been. I just heard somebody say gnawing at you, or either. Are you in a relationship?
I am.
Like married?
No, boyfriend.
Okay. And is it like a long term?
Several years.
Okay. Well, that's long term. The reason why I asked that is that I don't know if it maybe they're giving a reference to your boyfriend, if something's going on with him, or you know what it feels like, Nellie? It feels like now I got it. It's a relationship. It's like somebody either like just cut off somebody or is thinking about it, or it's sort of like a rollover from my previous call. There's something, or maybe someone feels like disrespected or not talking to somebody. Just make sure you keep it with you, because it's a very strong. Is your father? Or is this a grandfather? Who's the dad figure for you?
My dad. My dad's still here.
So it's a grandfather then that's stepping forward. He just said he's a dad figure. So if your dad's here, it's got to be most likely either a father-in-law or a grandfather, either one of the two. But one of your grandfathers is crossed.
Both.
Okay. It's dad's side that steps forward, but he makes me feel like he wasn't. Did you not know him long?
He was very quiet. Passed away when I was, I don't know, maybe 18 or so, 19. So it's been quite a while.
And you knew your other grandfather?
No.
Oh.
He passed away before I was born.
Oh, so that's who it is then. Because when you said up to 18, I'm like, that's not what this grandfather's talking about. He's talking like either it was very short-lived or he wasn't around when you were born. So it's got to be your mom's dad that's giving the reference. I keep seeing letters put together, and I don't know what this is. Like letters. So let me start with, is there any teachers connected to you?
Not that I can think of, no.
So there's nobody that either living or crossed was a teacher or worked at some point teaching something?
I mean, I substituted for 6 years a while back.
Nellie, you're going to kill me here. You know what? I was going to move on and say, well, it's not a teacher. And your grandfather just said, no, 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 no. We're not moving forward because we're not moving until my granddaughter gets this. And lo and behold, it's about you. So, yeah, substituting for 6 years, kind of teaching, Nellie. Hello. So grandpa and grandma, they're just giving these validations to let you know that they're with you and they, these past experiences, especially the grandfather that you didn't know, and because he just said to me, this is more about making sure my granddaughter knows that I haven't missed not one milestone. There is something with a piece of jewelry with a gem or jewel in it, Nellie. And if you tell me I don't know, I'm going to come find you after the show and just knock you in the head. Because your grandfather said she better bring this up. Why is he talking about I don't know if this is a ring or a pendant, but there's a diamond or an emerald or a ruby or a sapphire that he wants to bring up. All right, next call. No, I'm kidding.
I can't think of anything.
He keeps talking about the piece of jewelry with the gem in it. So your mom is still here?
No.
So she's crossed.
She's crossed.
Where did somebody get something passed down? Did your mother buy you something that you still have with a piece of jewel, like a jewel in it? Your grandfather is screaming at me, and it's not surprising that it's your mom's dad because I'm sure it's connected to your mother.
Like, I can't think of anything. I know my daughter has jewelry from her grandmother, but from her father's side.
Is there a ruby?
No.
Your grandfather just said to me a red jewel, a red gem. So it could be a guy's ring, but there is something with a ruby. And maybe also it's just getting that validation. If your daughter has jewelry from her grandmother, it's just that's where that's coming from. But there is something with a ruby. And who's Bob or Bill? Who's the B? Bob, Barbara, Bill, connected.
I have a brother, Robert, that he could go by Bob.
Yeah, he could. That's the name, Robert, Bob. So Nellie, but he's here, right?
He is.
Just make sure you keep the ring, the ruby ring. There's something with a ruby ring. I don't know if it's guys or girls, but just make sure it's a way that they're giving it. Is it just the two of you?
No, we have there's 9 of us.
Does he have 2 kids? Why did your grandfather just say 2?
He doesn't have children.
So why does he? Is there something in February?
I have a sister that was born in February.
I don't think that's what it is. I think that what your grandfather's given me is this jewel and wants to get it validated. And he keeps talking about like is your brother the one with no kids? Is he like the second one?
No, he's the second to last.
Oh, well, maybe that's what it is, second to last. I just heard your grandfather say the second. So just make sure you keep that with you because he wants to give that as a validation. And it's connected to also cars. There's a lot of cars going on here. I don't know if someone works for a dealer or used to work for a dealer, loves cars. But who?
I love cars.
What was that?
I love cars.
Wow. So just make sure you know that it's Grandpa just giving that as a validation and just put his hands on his hips and said he can't understand why you're not getting the ruby. I'm just telling you. Unless, because he keeps showing me the Wizard of Oz with the ruby slippers. There's something with ruby.
Okay, I'll pay attention, but I can't think of anything.
It also, Nellie, could be a name, Ruby. So just make sure you keep it with you. And he just said to me, you'll get it. So I'm going to leave you with that. Listen, lots of love, Nellie.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Bye-bye. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. Let me go to the phones. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hey, Steven. What's up? It's Matt.
Matt, how are you?
How you doing?
Matt, do you have any connection with a ruby something, ruby ring, ruby pendant? Someone have a ruby? This ruby thing is killing me.
No, I don't know. But we have a bad storm coming, so I hope a house don't fall on my head.
Matt the comedian. I mean, if I gave it to Nelly the call before, it's for Nelly, but I feel like it could be for someone else too. So I just keep getting it, and I figured I'd ask. All right, so Matt, let me just tune in on what's going on here with you, Matt. There's a young female and let me just say that when someone steps forward in spirit and tells me she's really, really close to you too. When someone says they're a young female, it means a female that left this earth way before we expect them. So it doesn't mean like it's someone 20 years old. It could be 30, 40, 50, even 60 years old. So did you have like, I don't know if this is like a sister-in-law, if this is your mom still here or is she crossed?
No, my mom's gone. She crossed.
But like age-wise, how old was she?
She was 63.
Oh, I bet you it's got to be your mom then, because 63 is still in that sort of category. Your mother, Matt, steps forward with a lot. I can feel her emotions as she steps forward and comes to you, and we okay. I keep seeing tears with your mother also, Matt, and it feels like the separation between the two of you was like changed you. And I don't know if this is because you were really close or because you felt like there was something unsaid with her. I mean, does this make sense, what she's talking about?
Yeah, I'm just, she was the closest person in my life, and when I lost her, that was like the end of my world. That was it.
Wow, Matt. So just, and who's the Jim, John, Jane? Who's the G or J name?
John, that's my dad.
Wow. But John, your dad is crossed?
Yeah, he
wow.
died too.
So know that they're both stepping forward. But you know what? I got to tell you something, Matt. When your mom was the first that wanted to come through to let you know that she's here, I'm not really sure I've ever felt that energy, that connection. And it was like your mother was stressing out that all she wanted to do was to tell you that she's with you every single day. She knows what you're thinking. She knows how you feel, and that she's gone nowhere. And she just said to me, if my Matt remembers anything, is that I'm always with him. I'm always around, because your mother also just, and your dad's behind her, but your mother just said to me that he's struggling.
My dad, or I'm struggling?
No, someone's struggling. I don't know who. I don't know if she's talking about when your father was here, or she's talking about you. I just heard someone when they were in life, like just struggling with things. I don't know if this is like substance abuse, if this is just like hard financial times. It just keeps making me feel like somebody. You have a brother?
I do.
But is he here?
Yes.
Matt, who did or is having a very difficult time? Why does your mother keep telling me this?
I'm trying to. I don't know. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm trying to make the best of it.
You mean of what I'm telling you?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I'm trying to dig deep to try to find an answer, but it's not clicking at the moment.
Matt, where's the substance abuse come in? Who was like a drinker, or there's something here that just makes me feel like, and I don't know if this is somebody who's crossed or someone's still here, but it just makes me feel like that it caused issues, or somebody had like a partner who drank a lot, and there's issues, and it feels like it's substance abuse. So just make sure you keep it with you. When I asked you about your brother, it made me feel like I was going towards him, and I don't know if it's maybe somebody connected to him. And who's Frank or Fran?
Frank's my brother.
Oh my God! Wow. So I guess they're really talking about your brother. There's something with your brother, Matt. Or growing up, you didn't have somebody that you were exposed to that was like substance abuse or a drinker?
I mean, I know a lot of people that kind of dabbled in stuff, but for this to be brought up, I'm trying to really think hard. Like it's not really clicking.
All right, so let me leave it this way, Matt. It's your father just said to me, it makes me feel like it's more about when you were boys, when you're kids, like when you're younger, that there was something going on. Just something going on. And I don't know if maybe your dad is trying to say like he wasn't around a lot or was working, or that's what I keep feeling, is that it's because your dad keeps claiming it, or maybe he wasn't very emotional. So just make sure you keep it with you. It's them trying to make sure you know that how much they love you, that they're around you, they're with you. There's something in March also. I don't know if this is a birthday, anniversary, but your mother just yelled out March. Birthday, anniversary, just make sure you keep it with you. And I'm running up to time, Matt. So listen, thank you so much for giving me a call.
Hey, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
All righty, bye-bye. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Eric?
Derek or Eric?
Eric.
Eric, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Eric, do you connect to the Ruby ring?
I connect to, my dog's name is Ruby.
I knew Ruby was coming. I knew it. This Don Ruby would not get out of my head, Eric.
It's funny, I've only had the dog for a few months, too, so.
Wow, Eric, this is so wild. Someone just said that's connected to you, said, bring Ruby up again, bring Ruby up. And I knew I'd get there. So, and did you just say this is a dog that's new?
Yeah, she's only been with us a few months.
Wow. It's kind of interesting too, Eric, that Ruby just said to me, the dog just said that she picked you guys and you didn't pick her. You may think you picked her, but you didn't. She picked you. So it's just she just said that it's and there's a reason for it, because it's just a lot of love and energy. Who's the female, the mother figure for you?
My mom, Cross.
Oh my God, Eric, she comes through. That's my baby. That's my boy. Were you really close to her?
She's my best friend.
Oh my God, Eric. When she stepped forward, I feel her emotions. I feel the love. I feel like she just said to me that, she could never have asked for a better son. And she keeps thanking you because she just said that you would throw anything to the side for her. I mean, I know you said that was your best friend, and it's just it's. I don't see it a lot, Eric. I don't know what the yellow is. Would somebody like yellow, the color yellow, or yellow flowers? There's something. Your mother just said yellow.
Yellow. She wore a perfume called Sunflower, but I don't know if that would give you the same effect.
That would give me the same effect. Yes, the yellow flower. That's why I said, did someone love yellow flowers or like yellow flowers? And right. I love this, Eric, because why your mother brought that up is she knows it's going to be like a beautiful validation you're going to get immediately. This is all for you. It's just I just keep hearing her say, there's others that want to come through, and if I did an hour reading with you, I'm not sure anybody would come through but your mother. That's how like intense.
You're certainly right about others, and that's the truth as well. So
yeah, I mean, she just said I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. That it's all about you. You know what I love about what she just said is that you started off saying she was your best friend, and she just said to me, Stephen, actually it was the opposite. He was my world. He was everything. He was my world.
I was the oldest but all my brothers and sisters, they died young as well and pretty recent. And my mom, we had something special, regardless, you know what I mean? And she was my favorite, and I feel I was pretty close to her. So, yeah.
Listen, your mother's validating that, and I can hear people in spirit. That's why I said there's others that really want to come through, and I'm sure your siblings and everybody else, I can hear them knocking, and your mother won't open the door. She's like, mm-mm.
That's probably true too.
Yeah. Where does the is there a Christian or Kevin, or where's the C or K name come in?
C or K.
But wait a minute, did your mother cross from cancer?
No, car crash.
Oh, that's the C. I just said to your mother, "Are you giving me a name?" And she said, "It's the way I died." And I just kept seeing this big C. So just know it's a way that your mom's just letting you know again that it's her. Somebody has something different with the fingers. I don't know if somebody cut a finger off. There's something with like a finger. Your mother just keeps talking about. Just keep it with your siblings.
Yeah,
Eric. There's something, or a finger looks different, and your mother is laughing because she just wants to make you laugh. That's what this is all about.
My wife has a thumb that's smaller than the other one. We call it her special thumb. Maybe it's that.
Eric, now your mother just said, "What do you mean, maybe?" Of course, that's what it is, and she's just giving a beautiful validation to your wife. But you know what? I'll say this last thing. Your mother just said to me that it's not because it's my son, but Eric, you are a very, very special soul when you were born here, and what you were put here to do, and what you bring to people, and the influence. It's really, really incredible, Eric, and actually it's a privilege to get to speak to you.
Well, I appreciate that, Stephen. It means a lot to me. As I said, my entire immediate family has passed in the last 4 years. I'm left here with my wife and kids, and sometimes I question, why it would be that way, and people say maybe it has to do with me. So I don't know, but
Eric, listen, I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm telling you, this goes on my Facebook page. It goes on YouTube. Go back to it, because prior to you saying that, that's exactly what your mother said. You are very, very special, and that's why you're still here. And you need to really own that and understand that. And your mother just said, and I just said, and make your mother proud. And she said that's already happened when he was born. So
before she passed, she was telling me that, Stephen. So thank you.
I love that, Eric. And listen, I'm out of time. I'm going to leave you with lots of love from your mom. I love her energy. And listen, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Alrighty, bye-bye, Eric. And we're done. It's just that quick. We're done. But guess what? We're back 1 o'clock Friday. And this is very difficult for me. I'm second? Like, what? I'm secondary to...
Well, you're not secondary. You just...
Well, you're second on my show. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, that may be true.
Just kidding. Mark, are you kidding? You're my co-host, and I'm really excited about getting to do this Friday. This is going to be incredible. So, and we get Mark here. It's going to be just like the team's back together Friday at 1.
Friday at 1. Get a grip with Coach Helix. I hope you guys, all of you, join and call in.
And make sure you go to my Facebook page. It'll go on YouTube. Check out my interview with Sonny Dawn Johnson. It was amazing. And as always, you can find me, Stephen the Medium. And everybody have a great week. And we'll be back next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.